Hi, welcome back to Limitlessly Digital. And today I want to talk to you about something that might save you a few £1,000s. So before you think this is going to be a video about cutting corners, it's not. So please stick with me. I've been having conversations about something that I've seen happening in this online marketing business world for a little while now. And I keep coming back and asking the same question. Has marketing changed already? Or am I just still old school? And I genuinely don't know the answer. So what I'd love to do today in this video is to think out loud, do some processing with you, and invite you to tell me what you think at the end of this video. Because a couple of weeks ago, someone in the coaching industry launched a new offer. She's well known, she's established, people trust her, and she openly admitted that she'd thrown together her sales page at the last minute. She didn't hire a copywriter. She had no strategy session. There was no weeks of drafting and redrafting the sales page. She basically sat down on a Sunday afternoon, the day before the launch was due to happen, and she brain dumped what was inside her head onto the sales page and hit publish. I mean, sounds like a dream if we could do it like that all the time. The buttons on the page, they weren't the standard, yes, I'm in, or click here to register, save my seat, or whatever the standard call to action is these days. In fact, the first one you saw above the fold, that said, I don't want to read anymore, I'm ready to buy. She wrote exactly what was inside of her brain, and it worked. Now, for me, and someone else who I've had this conversation with, the page itself was actually hard to read. There were long paragraphs, no breathing room, no white space. And as a consumer landing on it, it felt cold. It felt a bit overwhelming. You could tell it hadn't been written by AI and it hadn't been written by a copywriter. But she wasn't targeting cold audiences. And I think this is the key. The people that were clicking her link, they already knew her. They were already warm to her. And here's the thing, when I saw this, I realized it isn't entirely new. In fact, it reminded me of something that happened 5 or 6 years ago when a friend of mine in this space as well published her sales page on a Google Doc. She didn't use Kajabi, not a beautiful sales funnel designed landing page with a countdown timer and 3 payment options. It was a Google Doc. It was unconventional to the point of being a little bit baffling. And yet, people still bought from her. So this pattern of break the rules and still convert has been happening for years. And what's changed is that it feels more visible now. More people are doing it and more people are talking about it. So for now, I've landed, and tell me if you disagree with this, that by the time someone actually clicks on your sales page, they've already decided, not consciously maybe, but somewhere in their gut, they know that they want to do business with you. The sales page isn't where the selling happens. The page is where they say yes to something they'd already said yes to subconsciously. Just think about the last time you bought something from someone online. Did you click their sales page and read it from top to bottom in a completely neutral state, weighing up the pros and the cons? I'm going to bet that you'd been watching them for weeks, listening to their podcasts, reading their emails, seeing them show up. And by the time you hit that link, you were just looking for the price. I know which one it is for me. So if the decision is already made before they land on the sales page, what does that mean for the thousands of pounds people spend on professional sales copy? What's actually doing the selling now? Well, it's the emails, it's the conversations, it's the DMs that go back and forth for weeks before someone eventually asks you, how do I work with you? Those reels that suddenly come to you at 7 o'clock at night that you post. It's the voice notes you sending to your community. It's the way you're showing up in your Facebook group. It's the way you answer a question nobody else has bothered to answer. That's where your sales are happening. The sales page at this point is almost like a receipt. It confirms what they already felt. And thinking out loud processing, I think this is partly why the brain dump page worked. because people landing on it weren't being sold to for the first time, especially by this lady. Most of her clients have bought from her before. They were just finding their way to the checkout to make the payment process. So does this mean that copy doesn't matter after all? I don't think so. Clarity matters. If someone lands on your page and they genuinely can't work out what you're offering or who it's for, you're going to lose them. But there's a big gap between needs to be clear and needs to cost $3,000 and take 6 weeks to publish this sales page. And I want to be fair here, because I don't think this is as clean cut as I'm making it sound. Not everyone selling online has a warm, engaged audience. A lot of people are still in the building phase where cold traffic is a reality, where people are landing on pages without much prior relationship. In that situation, I think that good copy probably still does a lot of the work for them. And there's something to be said for the experience of landing on a page that feels considered. All the branding is on point. There's white space, there's clarity, a sense that the person behind it actually takes their work seriously. That communicates something too. Are you with me on that? Is that just me? Is that old school? So maybe the real question isn't about whether you need a professional sales page. Maybe it's about where you are in your business and how warm your audience actually is. But surely we want to be continually growing our audience. So I want to ask you something directly. Am I old school? Is the investment in professional sales copy something my generation of online business owners was taught to believe was non-negotiable? And actually, it just isn't anymore. Remember, I've been in this industry for 18 years now, because I look at what's cutting through right now, and it's raw and it's honest. It's someone on a voice note at 6 a.m. saying, this is what I'm working on, and here's how you can be part of it. It's not a polished sales page with a hero image and 3 testimonial carousels. And I don't know if that's as a result of AI flooding the internet with perfect sounding copy, so people have just stopped trusting it, or whether attention spans have genuinely shifted and people feel the need for something to be quick, or they're gone. Or whether, tell me, is it something else entirely different? What I do know is that the people I see converting consistently right now aren't necessarily the ones with the best funnels. They're the ones who are showing up, they're telling the truth, and they're making it an easy yes for their clients. So today, this is where I'm at. I think the relationship you build with your audience is doing more selling than any page ever could. I think authenticity is outperforming polish in a lot of markets. And I think a lot of us are still paying for things we were told we needed in a version of the business that was happening 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But I also think that this varies massively depending on who your audience is, on what your offer is, and how much trust you've already built. So I'm not telling you, please don't take this, I'm not telling you to bin your sales page. I'm asking you whether you've interrogated what's actually converting for you, because it might not be what you think. So I honestly want to hear from you on this. Has a messy, imperfect, clearly unpolished sales page ever made you more likely to buy? Have you made that decision before you've landed on the page? Or does that put you off completely? Does it feel less professional? Let me know in the comments. Remember as well to do your part and leave a heart below. And if you're part of Limitless Socials on Facebook, bring the conversation in there. This is the exact kind of thing we should be pulling apart together. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.